Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kenny back with another video, back with some more small talk. It's been a minute since my last video. Yeah, guys, I've just been, working on other stuff. I've been concentrating on other things, still retaining. I'm over 2 months of retaining at the moment, gearing towards 3 months, which has been a personal goal of mine. But I've been taking a step back from the channel and just doing me, recalibrating. But I feel like the time is right to add some more value to this channel. And one of my guys actually from the Retain Gang chat, the Semen Retention group that I've got on WhatsApp, and if you're interested, email me. The link is below for my email. Message me saying, Kenny, when are we going to get some more content, man? And I feel like the time is right to add some more value to the channel. And I feel like it's only right for you guys to get some more insight into, my semen retention journey, and being in a relationship on semen retention and how that's kind of all, panned out for me. So, I've been in a relationship for about 2 years now, and, generally it's been a great relationship. She's an awesome girlfriend. She's very supportive. And, honestly, everything that I could want in a relationship in terms of, a woman adding value to my life and me being able to, pour into her all the things that I know, seeing her flourish from, my knowledge and my wisdom. And I think that's something that I'll go into in another maybe video, the dynamics of a relationship and, your role as a masculine in the relationship and, how that should be. But in terms of semen retention, it's very, very powerful in a relationship. But, I want to take it all the way back to the start of my relationship. And, I want you to understand something, is that one of the reasons why I started this channel and I geared towards semen retention and geared towards, how to attract a woman in terms of you being on your purpose and, attracting her that way, is because, my story wasn't exactly like that, and I had to learn from my mistakes, right? My beginning of my foundation of my relationship was actually founded upon lust. I haven't talked about this before, but, I want to kind of be a bit more honest and open with you guys. It was founded upon lust. And whereas I've always had a consciousness of, I knew that I can't just sleep with anybody, and I knew that there was dangers in that, not just the whole, STDs and all that kind of stuff, but spiritually, growing up in a Christian household, I was always drummed into me about the spiritual connotations of sex and, soul ties and all of that kind of stuff. So I've always had that, but I've also been weak at times as well with my flesh. And as I say, as a man, I'd say my biggest challenge has always been the lust area, the sexual area. And, I met my girl at work, and, it was basically founded upon lust. We started messing around, and I didn't really take her too seriously, or the situation too seriously, because I was just in it for that. And, long story short, things started to change over time. I did start to catch feelings, and, things started to develop. However, what really pushed me into the relationship was other things that she brought to the table. And that's why I say to guys, look, you can't just lead with the sex, because if you don't have that notion before, if you don't have that ingrained in you that, look, this is deeper than just sex, and if you don't have a vision for your life, if you're not going anywhere, you're going to end up with the wrong woman. You're going to end up with the wrong woman, because you're going to be leading through sex, and then you're going to find out later down the line that, hey, this woman isn't for me, and it's too late. Now, I don't know if the gods were on my side, a little bit of wisdom from growing up in a spiritual home, that, I was still able to calibrate that, look, even though I'm catching feelings for this woman, she needs to have certain characteristics that are right for me in the path that I'm going, right? And that's something that I made sure that I was still aware of. Was it made difficult because of the lust and the sex that was happening? 100%. And if you want a clear mind, you basically want to refrain from that sex, guys, because that's going to make you cloud your judgment, essentially, right? So the reason why I'm talking about all this, I'm going on a bit of a, you know, tangent in terms of how my relationship started, but I just kind of want to build the foundation to how, you know, I got into semen retention and being in a relationship. So like I said, you know, it was founded upon lust, but, you know, started to build upon other values, which was harder. I'm not going to lie to you. But, you know, this was the journey that I went on. And then I found semen retention and things started to change. Things started to change because at the beginning, guys, I was having sex like nobody's business, spilling my seed left, right and center, draining my energy left, right and center, in a job that I hated, in a situation that I didn't like. And even though I was getting all this sex, I knew something fundamentally was wrong, right? Even though I was with a woman that maybe by luck, who was adding value to my life, wanted to help me, she was receptive, I knew that something wasn't completely right. And it was down to me completely draining my seed and my energy. And I knew that, look, at the end of the day, my purpose is bigger than just this lust. And at the end of the day, my happiness, my fulfillment in life came from my purpose or my ability to impact my generation. I wasn't doing that at that time. So I came across semen retention, right? I just came across it. I feel like when you're open to ideas, when you're open to wanting to learn, to improve, the universe brings ideas to you, you know. And that's how I came across it. I started watching videos, maybe just like yourselves, and instantly it just resonated. I knew that this was something that I needed to do, and I brought it into my relationship. Now, the struggles that I had in that were, first, lust, two, being able to actually control my seed and not spill. I had a lot of times when I was relapsing because we were still having sex, and even till to this day we're still having sex, but right now I've become a lot more proficient at controlling my PC, and I don't ejaculate when we have sex, but it was a journey. But what I want to kind of touch on is how semen retention has helped to reshape my relationship for the better. Because like I said in the beginning, it was founded upon sex, and semen retention helped me to really realize that the direction that we were going in wasn't good, because the foundation was built on sand, not solid rock. You know, it was built upon a foundation of lust, which can never work. And what semen retention did was, first, it allowed me to value my seed more, and it allowed me to kind of bring that discipline, that sexual discipline, to her, right? You gotta understand that many modern women out here lack sexual discipline, right? And if it's not up to you, if you don't introduce that a lot of the time, if you don't lead women in a better direction, I'm not saying that you have to get into a relationship before you start doing this, but preferably before a relationship, if you aren't leading her in the right direction, if you aren't saying, look, I'm not going to sleep with you because I don't want to jeopardize my future. I'm working on something right now to build a legacy. This is my purpose, and me having sex with you, me doing this, could compromise where I'm going. If you don't bring that energy into the relationship, you're going to continually lead women down to promiscuity. And then when you do want to be in a relationship, when you do want to, you know, bond or build with a woman, more time now, you're building with a woman who it's harder for her to bond because she has many sexual partners. And this is something that a lot of us guys are dealing with, right? So the best thing is to fix and work on these things before you get into a relationship. That wasn't my thing. However, semen retention helped to start building a new foundation, because now the lust had to be challenged. The lust had to be challenged. I had to start bringing that discipline into the relationship. And that's a challenge, because, you know, if you're in a relationship and you're having a load of sex, and then you kind of change the dynamic of that, things can happen. Things can happen. And it can be the death of a lot of relationships. Thankfully for mine, it wasn't. My girl was very receptive, worked with me, helped me. She struggled, I struggled, but things are getting a lot better because of it. But what I'm just trying to say is that if you want a relationship that is founded upon solid rock, founded upon something a lot more concrete, semen retention is a great avenue for that. You as a man being able to control that sexual energy, being able to harness it, not being a slave to your sexual energy. When you're now in a relationship, in a union with a woman, you are going to be able to lead her to her best self. You're going to be able to cultivate the gifts in your woman, because you're bringing something of value, because you have your masculine energy. You're not zapping that away. You can now pour into her wisdom, righteousness. And when you pour into a woman, she will multiply that and bring that to you tenfold. That is the dynamic. That's the dynamic. You as a man can impose your will, can say, look, this is where we're going. This is what we're going to do. And if she's a good woman and she loves you and she wants to build with you, she will receive that and take it and bring it out and make it flourish, you know? So that's what semen retention can do in a relationship. It can take your union further. It can take you further, because you're bringing the best out of her, and now she can help you in your mission, and you can both grow together. And I believe that's the you know, that's the goal. You know, that's what really should be happening. But too many of us, we're just having too much sex, even in a relationship. We're zapping our energy. She's zapping her energy. We don't have anything to pour into her. There's nothing to give to the relationship. There's no spiritual direction in the relationship. And it's all on lust. So when challenges come, when life throws curveballs at you, you have no foundation, because all you had was the sex. All you had was the sex. And I was leading down that road. And that's why I'm talking about this, because the only way to deal with that is to cut it off, is to add some discipline in that life, you know? And, you know, I'm even looking at now refraining from sex for a month, 2 months or so, because I want to build that discipline in our relationship. I want to build that solid foundation in our relationship, so that, look, we know that this isn't founded upon sex. Maybe it was in the beginning, but now we're taking it further. We're transcending the sex, and we're building a solid foundation. So now I know that, look, this is somebody that I can really build with. You understand? So I don't know if that made sense, guys, but that's where I am right now, you know? Do I still battle with lust? Yes, 100%. You know, that's the reality of the situation. Do I still get aroused sometimes by other women? Yes, I do. I'm not going to lie to you. But that's where I think the honesty kind of thing comes in, and where you're real honest and open with your woman, with the person that you're with, if you're in a relationship, and you can work on it, build together. You can help her when she's low, she can help you when you're low, and you can build up together. So listen, semen retention can be amazing for a relationship. It can be the death of certain relationships, and it can make some relationships. If it's the death of certain relationships, then that's a sign that that person really wasn't for you, bro. Because if she is against her betterment, something that's going to not only better you, better her, and better the relationship, you don't want that. You know, you want somebody who you can bring this idea to, and yeah, even though it may be difficult, she's willing to work with you and help you achieve your goal. That's the kind of woman that you want. And when you have a woman like that, I'm telling you, you're going to see things flourish in your life. You're going to be able to see things grow. Okay? So that's where I am right now, guys. I'm in 2 years in a relationship. Semen retention is a practice. It's something that is in my relationship, and it's probably something that will continuously always be in my relationship. You know, am I always going to hold my seed? No, of course not. There's going to be times when I'm going to want to release my seed, or I'm going to want to have children one day. But the point is that I'm building discipline in this area with me and with her, and we're building something that's more concrete. All right, so I hope this was of value to you guys. Just a little insight into kind of, you know, what my situation is and how the journey's been over the past 2 years, and I hope it was of some value to you. And yeah, I'm going to try and I'm not going to try. I'm going to be posting more content to help you guys. And if you guys have got anything that you want me to talk about, please let me know put it in the comments below. Message me if you're going through something. Message me if you're finding things difficult with women, with life. Message me. I would love to help. And like I say, if you want to get into the Retain Gang chat, my email's below. Message me and we'll get you in there ASAP. Because even though I haven't been doing videos, the chat's been growing, which is crazy. You know, the chat's been growing, which is a blessing. So now that I'm making more videos, I just wanted to keep on growing and get more kings in there, support each other. All right. So peace, love, prosperity to all you guys. Remember, whatever you do, you got to grind and get it by any means necessary. And remember, you got to grind to shine. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.